Hey everyone, I am Dan O'Callaghan and welcome to Do Art with Dan. Here's just one idea of what you might be able to do to just snap you out of that blank page stare that sometimes comes upon us, where you are just looking at the page and just bewildered as to what you're going to draw. I think this is a little tip that can help, masters and beginners and everybody in between that spectrum. The basic idea I have is that you just take any kind of object, a water bottle, a pencil, a pair of headphones, and you put a face on it. Like an expressive face. It's an abstract way of just snapping you out of doing things, in a formula. And it's quite simple. You simply look around your room and you look for something and you pick it up and you go and you imagine what it would look like if it had eyes on it, if it was alive, if it had a face on it. What this will probably help you do is to be a bit more observant about your surroundings and sort of draw inspiration from things that you didn't expect to, things that you might not have drawn before can inspire you. It also gives you a chance to sort of train yourself to think about the things that sometimes are forgotten about when you're getting taught these practical skill building exercises that relate to creating expressive, exaggerated emotions that people can connect with and identify immediately, and also coming up with imaginative storytelling in your characters. So I'm going to do a couple of examples and show you how these two things are coming out of the illustrations. But I've got to find a few things to draw. So I'm going to pick some objects and let's get into it. So this is my main desk area where I'm often sitting to do a drawing or edit a video. And so this is what I'll be looking at when I'm sitting down and I'm thinking, damn it, I just don't know what to draw. So let's have a look around and see what we can put a face on, eh? So we've got, the Copics, of course, and we've got the microphone. What do you reckon? Could we put a face on that? I don't know. Maybe a bit boring. Maybe, what's that weird black ball thing? It's actually a massage ball to help alleviate soreness in muscles. That could be cool to put a face on. Like I said, the headphones. You can make a character with that. We could do a scary PlayStation controller character. Huh? What do you reckon? That's kind of cool. Oh shit. Got my fancy little charger there. How about... there's got ice cream packets and old drawings that I didn't like, and there's a what do you call it? A COVID mask down there. How about drawing a rubbish bin with a face on it, eh? Maybe. Yeah, let's do that. So, finished drawing an object with eyes on it. It was a trash can. I had a reference, which is a picture of my rubbish bin that I got in the office, but I didn't really follow it. I just used it as an example. So, by all means, use a reference. I think it'll help you. But don't be afraid to diverge from that and just explore a bunch of things. And in the end, as you can see, I sort of expanded where this character is going, and gave him sort of a robot electronic bolts, the sort of rusted features, and then, you know, it sort of is a bit of a mystery as to what's inside him, you know, what's inside the bin, but he's got his little odd robot feet popping out. I don't know if that's going to be a character for a comic book or anything. In fact, I'd probably discourage you from drawing these for any specific purpose, for a story or whatever. It's just to help you like loosen up and do something fun and imaginative. So yeah, that is supposed to say dragons with an S on the end are real. Just something fun. Alright, cool. Well, I think I'll do another one, another object, and I'll draw not only the eyes, but face as well, and try and make it really exaggerated. This one's sort of a bit, this character's a bit mellow. He's a bit, you know, he's just sitting there with his furrowed brows. But the next character, I want it to be full of energy and really zapping out at you. And yeah, let's get on with that one. That's right, it's a fire-breathing ceiling fan. Yeah, as you can see, these characters are kind of aggro. They're a bit creature-like, and they're monstrous, and they're sort of... I'm going on my own little tangent here with them. And by all means, if you guys catch on to like a theme, or you keep drawing a particular kind of character on an object, then if you feel like it, just go with it. But just for the sake of my own experimentation, I want to try and do the next and the final illustration with a different slant. So instead of a monstrous character, we're going to do the other kind of character. Of course, there are tons of different kinds of sort of themes and emotions that you can wrap around these characters, and by all means I urge you to do that. Don't just get stuck doing one kind of character. I think if you go in with some preconceived idea about what kind of character you're going to come up with, you'll look at an object that might not necessarily look interesting at first, but you know, it's because you're coming with those preconceived ideas. So just sort of go in neutral and see what you come up with, and if you do get into a bit of a repetitive theme like I have, yeah, do what I'm about to do and just shake it up and try something else. And there's a great book out there from Scott McCloud. It's actually called Understanding Comics, and in it he has a interesting chart that shows the various kinds of emotions that you can show symbolically through illustration, and I think he's labelled them pretty close to accurate, actually. In fact, better than anything I've seen in terms of a emotional cartoon chart. But you just want to make sure that if you use that as a reference, you're also bringing in your own you know, enthusiasm and your own ideas about the character and what's the emotion behind it. I mean, as I was drawing these guys, you know, I was like, I was making funny faces, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, drawing and telling stories through characters and images, it's all about, well, there's a bit of it that is about acting. So yeah, do that as well, and see how you go. But yeah, I'm going to do one final illustration, a sexy looking bottle. Water bottle. Yeah, makes sense, right? This time I'm not only going to do eyes and a face, I'm going to sort of do like a full-bodied character, I suppose. Try and get the body language into the water bottle. Be like water. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So this is my fancy water bottle that I use. I've been doing a lot of exercise, and so I want to make sure that I'm properly hydrated. This thing actually has a tube in it that measures how much water you've been drinking, which is, yeah, pretty neat, pretty fancy. But what's cool is, as you can see, there's like this interesting pattern inside it, you know? Can you see that? Yeah. It's like, got that weird pattern, and I thought I'd incorporate that into my design. And yeah, do a sexy water bottle character. Wish me luck. Here we have it, our third and final face on an object illustration. It got a bit scary, a little bit weird. It's a good way to snap yourself out of not knowing what to draw. So yeah, just find any object around and draw a face on it, or draw eyes on it, and get your imagination going. Yeah. If you guys are so inclined, use the hashtag #FaceFreaks, or no, hashtag #FreakyFaces, and yeah, I'll check those out. But you know, this channel's still small, so you know, I understand if you yeah, if that doesn't get used. But if it does, yeah, go on, use that hashtag and try this out if you're so inclined. And if you're embarrassed about how your freaky face is looking on an object, don't be. It can't be any worse than this one. I think Banksy's running out of cool things to paint. And always remember, as the chalk girl here says, life is pointless without a goal. I mean, it's not totally pointless. I mean, there's, you know, always time to have a go at different things. But yeah, if you want to do this, you can do this. If you are anything like myself, you're probably on a bit of a YouTube video binge, and you're sort of waiting for inspiration, and you know, that's not the way to do it. It's not going to come that way. I've tried to stop myself from doing that kind of thing, and yeah, it's just really not great. Sometimes you just have to sit down and draw the bloody picture. So when you get to the white page, just have a go at this. Alright, thanks guys. I'll see you in the next video.